Good morning everyone, my name is GeForce, and the reason I made this video was to talk about the 240 Hz monitor that I purchased. I'll be leaving a description of that item in the YouTube video below. I meant to say that I'll be putting a link below in the description of the item that I'm purchased. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. So for this video, I'm going to be showing footages of Overwatch and Fortnite. So yeah, that was the reason I got the monitor. And I always read forums about 60 FPS, 140 FPS, and 240 FPS. And originally, I got a nice donation when I was streaming once a while back for a 140 Hz monitor. So I was able to get one for the first time and test that out from a 60 to a 44 Hz monitor. So I have plenty of experience in all three now, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience among all three and how what I think is best, what I think is what's not the best, and some things I didn't see before purchasing a 240 Hz monitor that I kind of should have better paid attention to. And so yeah, let's get into the video. Let's just get into the video and talk about it. I'm also going to post pictures of how my setup looks, so that should be coming up right now. So you can see, you can pause the video to see the pictures. So I'm just going to put them for a quick second and how it looks on my desk. So personally, from my perspective, all three, from a 60 frames per second to a 144, you'll notice a huge difference. I noticed it the first time. I could never go back to 60 FPS after I changed. It's such a big difference. And from a 60 to 244, if you're going from 60 to 244 as well, you will notice such a huge difference. It's like, it's amazing. Like, there's no way other words to describe it, like how much of a difference there is when switching from 60 to either 140 or 240. There's just a big gap, and it does feel like you miss out a lot when you're just stuck on 60. Now, going from a 144 to a 240, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like there was much of a difference. Maybe a slight difference, I could tell, but not an overlap difference that would be like, oh wow, I missed out even more. It kind of feels like between 144 and 244, there doesn't seem to be a huge gap compared to the 60. 60 from anything else seems, it actually really is a big difference, but from 140 to 240, I want to say it's a semi-difference. And if we're talking about money, and if you already have a 40 Hz monitor, you're kind of like, do I really want to switch over like 144 to 240 and pay like the huge price and difference just to get the 244 Hz monitor? And there's some things that I wish I had known before I purchased it that I had to check afterward. So I'm gonna put in the description, I'm gonna put everything that I have on my computer, from the video card, the RAM, and the processor, so you guys can see what kind of setup I have and why I kind of feel like I made a mistake when I kind of purchased it. But at the same time, I feel like I'm still getting some benefit out of it, especially because I want to play on the competitive side only, so I don't really care about visuals as much. All I care about is the FPS being maxed out and me practicing on my aim. So like I was saying, the reason why I feel like I got a small dip, and one thing I didn't notice, especially if you're an Overwatch player, is my video card is an ASUS GeForce GTX 1060 6GB. It's a dual GeForce GTX 1060 6GB, and at the time when I had the 140 Hz monitor, I would watch my gameplay on Fortnite and Overwatch, and I noticed that on both I was hitting above 200 FPS per game. Hence the reason why I wanted a 240 Hz monitor. It's one of the biggest reasons. I kept looking at it, I'm like, man, I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing out, and I really want to see how it will make a difference. There were two things that I didn't notice in Overwatch and in the other game, is when I actually purchased it, and I noticed my frames, when I was keeping an eye on my frames, they were dropping. And that's because in Overwatch, yeah, you have like high level frame rates when you're in the loading and you're in the wait time, but as soon as the game starts and there's like ults everywhere, like multiple ults, the FPS drops a lot. It drops a lot that I had to look into it, and I basically had to change the my scheme, like my options in Overwatch, to a low resolution just to optimize it and to keep it. And in my fights, I set it up to where I would still get around anywhere between 180 to 210. So I was still benefiting from the FPS, but it kind of made me disappointed that I was not getting as much as I was hoping for. So I'm gonna show you right now the settings that I have on my Overwatch, and then I'm gonna show you the settings I have on my Fortnite. I'm gonna show you both of those right now. So you can see what I had to set it to get the most out of my FPS. Like I said, I didn't care about visuals. All I care about FPS. But I have, like I said, I have the GTS 1060. I think it's a TI, I believe. I don't know. I thought I had the TI, but I'm looking at descriptions. It seems like I have the TI version. I need to look into that. I could be having the wrong setup or download system on my. And for Fortnite, I noticed my FPS is dipping because they keep adding more features to the game, and it's starting to cause my FPS to drop. And a lot of people right now, currently within season 7 to season 8, they're also having the same problems. I've been coming up on forums on that, and everybody wants to remove the grass in Fortnite because it kind of would lower down FPS, especially when they're adding so much animation, like the lava, the drinking animation they just added, and then the newest update added more stuff to the voice talking where it shows a picture of you. And like I feel like all this stuff is taken away from your FPS. That's one of the reasons why I played Fortnite in the first place, was because I could constantly get a high level FPS. But as they're adding more stuff, it seems like your computer needs upgrades in order to keep up with it. And I know this is becoming an issue all across the board. Overall, for the monitor that I purchased, I like the purchase I made. I feel like I got it pretty cheap on Amazon compared to like the other monitors that go for a higher price. There's monitors that go up to 500 for 24Hz monitor, and I did research for the best of my knowledge that I could come up with why there was such a big difference between the monitor I purchased and the other one, and it has to do something with G-Sync. And basically, I think it is called G-Sync. Is the main reason, or AMD FreeSync. It's either G-Sync or AMD or both. But basically what these syncs do is, like, if you're playing a very visual game and you max out everything, what the G-Sync or AMD FreeSync does is it stops the tearing in your monitor. So if you ever played games and you're pushing your FPS, you notice tearing in your screen, like it's cutting the line in the center. So the expensive ones cover you for that. Like they basically make it so you don't see tearing. But if you're constantly hitting like 200 plus FPS, you shouldn't even be seeing tearing. So I didn't see the reason to purchase an extra $200 more purchase when I didn't even A, care for the tearing, and B, probably wouldn't even see the tearing. So like I said, if you really don't care tearing, or like I said, you probably won't see tearing, especially if you care about maxing out FPS and lowering down everything. Just for the competitive side, the lower paying monitor should be okay with you. If you're a guy that probably plays very like stylish, wants to max out everything, maybe the 500 would be beneficial for you long term, because you wouldn't want to see tearing in your games. It'd probably bother you. Now, the one high negative I don't like about this monitor, and I'm going to put a picture of my old monitor, the 44, and the newer one right now, is that the newer one has these stands, the legs, where they stick out. And the legs stick out. I play on a 400 DPI and an 8 cents in Overwatch, so I use a lot of arm, like a lot of arm. And like if you look at my previous pictures, you saw a picture of my desk, and basically I swing my hand around. And with this monitor, I sometimes hit the leg on the side, and it kind of bothers me because I never had that problem with my old monitor. It's because my old monitor didn't have long legs. It had like a really stand circle thing. And that's the one thing I don't like about this monitor. I've been thinking about buying something so I can hook it to the back end of my desk and not have it on my actual desk, but behind it, so I have more hand movement. And I also switched from a Logitech 502 to a Logitech Hero Pro, G Pro Hero, sorry. And it's much lighter, so I move a lot faster on my arm, which is great. But I do notice sometimes I do hit the monitor. and it kind of bothers me that I do that. So that's a pet peeve. That's one to take away with this. I'm not too sure how close or how far you guys put your monitors, but I have mine semi close to me, and that kind of bugs me. Now I noticed since I made this video currently right now, and I've had the monitor for quite some time now. I think I want to say I've had it for maybe 3 weeks now, 2 months. And I realize the price has been going up on Amazon because I purchased it for almost around $280. I remember one time it was at $230, and I wish I'd bought it then, and it sold out, and I had to wait. And when it came back, it was like $270, $280, and now it's moved up to above the 300 level. And the last thing I kind of want to say is I'm going to put a link of all the stuff that I have down there if you guys want to go through it, and if you do decide to purchase the item, if you guys can do me a big favor and just purchase it through my links, because I am an Amazon affiliate. I just barely got it. And I'd be really grateful if you guys did purchase it, and you guys did it through my links, because it would pocket a little bit of cash towards me for this, because I am trying to become a full-time YouTuber, currently do full-time work, and I do plan on making more videos, but I think I'm going to choose to make a three-way blog, meaning I probably will start covering anime, more video games, and I'm trying to see if I can lose some weight, because I'm a little bit overweight. One of my goals that I want to do, and I'm thinking I'm going to start doing all three of those, and that's kind of what I'm deciding to do with this. I don't really want to make 3 different YouTube channels for this. I'd rather just make it into one, but I'm still new, so I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I will be posting more stuff on the things that I purchased to become a better player and the practicing, and I'll be making videos on those. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys really like the content and you guys enjoyed it, please hit a like. You guys don't have to subscribe because I'm fairly new and I don't think I'm going to make a lot of these purchasing videos, at least particularly when it comes to expensive stuff like this. But leaving a comment on any questions, I'll try to do my best to answer them. But a like, a comment, it would help. A subscription if you guys want to. But like I said, I'm kind of new, so I'm working my way up there. I hope you guys liked the video overall. And thank you for watching, if you guys did watch all the way to the very end. Really appreciate it. My name is GeForce. I do stream on Twitch and Mixer, currently more on Mixer. You can find me there. I go by GeForce. And thank you, and have a good day, guys.